Hi, I'm Dr. Julie Pham, here to help you practice curiosity to elevate your work and life. Today we're going to cover how to show you are proactive at work. Being proactive, being seen as a go-getter is important to helping you stay and grow in your job and in your career. Now, being proactive starts with this attitude and belief that you care about your work, that you care about your coworkers, and the overall success of the organization. This is important for those who are new to the workforce, for those who are new to a team and to a company. And it can also be important for those who've been actually at a company for a while. So let's say you've been there for a while and there is the threat of possible layoffs. Well, you want to be seen as someone who is proactive and someone they should keep. Now, these tips can even work for those who are being put on a performance improvement plan and perhaps you're seen as someone who doesn't really care about their work. And you actually do, and you just don't know how to demonstrate it. So this will help you show, hey, you are turning a new leaf. All right, so here are the 14 tips. The first one is to prepare for the meetings that you attend. Read the pre-read and the notes from the last meeting and the agenda. Demonstrate that you actually did the preparation. And this will also go a long way in gaining the respect of the meeting organizer. The second tip is to volunteer to be the note taker. Oftentimes, note-taking is seen as a chore. And so if you volunteer to do that, then you will make other people happy. Also, when you are the note taker, you are forced to pay attention so much more carefully than if you were just a participant. Finally, the benefit of this is that people will then see you as a resource. They want to go to you because you have the notes. The third tip is to ask questions to clarify. This will show that you are paying attention and that you're listening, and people will appreciate your questions, and other people will benefit from hearing your questions as well. The fourth tip is to confirm understanding to demonstrate that you are listening. So you can do this by paraphrasing what someone said and then ask, hey, is that correct? And maybe you did misunderstand it, and so it's good to get that clarity right away. In any case, people will feel heard when you do that. The fifth tip is to get to know your team. Relationships in any organization at work are really important for you being able to get your work done. So spend some time to get to know what your team members like and don't like and what they care about, and so that you can collaborate more effectively together. The sixth tip is to shadow another team. Learn what other teams are doing. You can ask another team leader, hey, can I sit in on a couple of meetings just so that I can learn? And this will show that you care about other parts of the organization. This leads well to the seventh tip, which is to network within the organization in other departments. This is particularly important if there's any chance of reorgs or layoffs, and you want to have advocates and allies in other parts of the company who say, no, if this person's going to lose their job, then they can move over to my team. The eighth tip is to reschedule canceled meetings. So let's say you have a one-on-one weekly meeting with your manager and they tend to cancel. And so if you let them continually cancel and not reschedule, then they may think over time that meeting doesn't actually matter to you. And you want to show that it does matter to you. Remember, out of sight, out of mind. So show up and show that that time does matter to you. The ninth tip is to offer solutions. So when problems arise, go and investigate possible solutions and offer those solutions. Now, don't just offer one solution. You want to show options. That way it shows that you are not tied to any one solution. People love problem solvers. The 10th tip is to do additional research. So let's say you learn that your manager is really interested in something. Well, go and do some additional research and then share that research with them, because they will appreciate that extra effort that you made. The 11th tip is to mention what you do and keep people up to date. So when you're in meetings, when you're talking to people, you can just refer to other projects or other work that you're doing so that people know that you are doing something. Sometimes you could be doing lots and lots of work, but if you never talk about it, then people think that you aren't doing work. You got to actually talk about your work a bit. The 12th tip is to show your ambition, to reflect on how the work that you're doing now actually will help you grow in your career. And so that way you can demonstrate that this isn't just a job for you, this is a career path. The 13th tip is to be responsible for your own learning. Now, sometimes if something goes wrong, you're like, oh, well, I wasn't taught that. Well, you have to be responsible for your own learning. So if you think that there are some skills or some things that you need to learn, well, then you might suggest to your manager, hey, do you think I should read this book, or do you think I should take this course? Sometimes they'll even offer for the company to pay for that additional learning. And it shows that you care about learning to up the skill. And the 14th and last tip is to advocate for yourself. If something isn't working for you, then express that and talk about what it is and why, and offer solutions. So you don't want to just be complaining. You actually do want to offer solutions. Now, here's the thing with this one. Just because you advocate for yourself, you might not necessarily get what you want. At the very least, people heard you and they will respect the confidence that it took to share that. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do click like and follow us on this YouTube channel. You can also go to curiositybase.com to see more resources to help you practice curiosity at work.